What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? What's up, RealThoughts.net people? What's going on? This is Jason Covington coming to you guys one more again with another movie review. Okay, I'm trying to make this quick. I know my movie reviews can be kind of long or whatever, so I'm trying to do better with my time. But Brian Banks just recently saw Brian Banks or whatever, and is this movie the best movie in the movie theaters right now? I haven't seen The Kitchen yet, and that's going to be on my list of movies to see. But as of right now, Brian Banks is possibly the best movie in the movie theaters that's out right now. Um, Going straight into my movie review because I mean it was a really good movie. It wasn't perfect though, but it was a really good movie. Going back to my movie review, so I got to start off with the bad, the good, and the bottom line. So, um, what made this movie not a 10 for me? Because I'm not going to say what made it bad for this particular point. Because it wasn't a bad thing. Because it's not, it's kind of a tricky situation. I was talking to my wife about it. For me personally, this movie was not entertaining. And I mean that as far as um, from the standpoint of this movie it wasn't meant to be entertaining. This movie was meant to inspire. It was meant to kind of show the injustice system or the way that this our government or our court system is sometimes unjust and sometimes good people get in bad situations and our justice system drops the ball or whatever, and innocent people end up going to jail for no reason. So it wasn't meant to be entertaining per se, but I also feel like that that's kind of one of the things that makes a good movie a great movie when where you can get your point across and you can stay true to what you're trying to do, but at the same time you can still give the audience something that they can laugh about or something that can shock and awe them with action maybe or um, comedy, action, suspense, like rather than just being like narrow and just okay, this is the area that I'm focusing on, and this is the direction I'm going in, and I'm not going to deviate from that or whatever. So from that standpoint, like it wasn't necessarily entertaining. You're not going to laugh a whole lot watching this movie. You're not going to see any like incredible football plays or whatever watching this movie. It's just gonna you're gonna be inspired and you're gonna be impressed and you're gonna be like motivated and uplifted, but it's not an entertaining movie. I feel like once again, like certain movies, Creed being an example of that. Creed was still an entertaining movie and had action in it or whatever, but it was also motivational. It was also inspiring or whatever. This movie is more so on the lines of Pursuit of Happiness, and which me and my wife talked about Pursuit of Happiness. As far as Pursuit of Happiness wasn't a entertaining movie. It was really it was depressing the whole movie. But the acting in Pursuit of Happiness was so good. It was superb, and the movie was just super well written or whatever. But even with Pursuit of Happiness, I still don't give it a 10. Pursuit of Happiness was not a 10 movie. It was a great movie, but it wasn't a 10 movie because it was just depressed the whole movie. It was narrow. So I said all that to pretty much say that Brian Banks is kind of along those same lines. It wasn't an entertaining movie, but it was still a very superb, very well done movie, and it stayed true to what it was set out to do. As far as the other negative standpoints from the movie, which is not very much. Um, I don't know if it was the acting in the movie or if it was the way that the movie was laid out or written. And I'm thinking that's more so what it was, the way that the movie was more so written or laid out or whatever. But there was no connection to the characters at the beginning of the movie, and like there, I felt like a big disconnect, and it was just like Okay, well, I see what's going on. I feel like I should be upset about the situation and how Brian Banks got caught up in a messed up situation, but like I just didn't feel it. So because of that, like I was just like I feel like there was a disconnect, and like the messed up the other messed up part about it, or the last messed up part about it is I just feel like there wasn't just truly just like original, and I feel like it could have been like I feel like I've seen this like so many other times before in so many other movies, as far as and maybe they just should have waited for a little while because I know when they see us it just came out and dropped on Netflix a couple of well, it's probably a month ago at this point, but excuse me, it had just came out and just dropped, and it was just another movie that was just like some people got caught up in a bad situation. They had a jacked up lawyer or whatever, and the lawyer gave them messed up advice. Did they even have a lawyer? Well, yeah, they had lawyers or whatever, but that wasn't sufficient or whatever. And Brian Banks is kind of along the same lines or whatever, but kind of like the justice system failing African American people, whatever, pretty much. And it was just so close to what was happening in Brown Banks. It was just like maybe there should have just been a longer break between this when they see us and Brown Banks or whatever, so I could feel more refreshed or whatever. But I just feel like I've already kind of the story has been told. Like let's do like go to a different perspective or whatever. But all of that being set aside, this movie was really good. Going to the good parts about this movie, I know one of my points was the fact that there was no connection to the characters in the movie at the beginning of the movie, but as the movie goes on, and what I like about this movie, it sneaks up on you because I really like at the beginning of the movie. I was like, man, they don't have me. Like I don't feel a connection or whatever. And then the movie goes on or whatever. I'm still watching the movie, and something happens like later on in the movie on Facebook. There's a Facebook scene that happens in the movie, and when it happens, it's like, I know this didn't happen. I know this, dude. You need to go off. You need to blah blah blah. You need, and it's just like I get out of the edge of my seat. I was just like, oh my god, what is this dude gonna do? Like I gotta find out. And before I knew it, I was like, they got me. Like these people good. I ain't see it coming. Like before I knew it, I was drawn into the characters. I was like, okay, I need to see. Like I felt like everything that was going on or whatever, and that's the reason why I'm going back to like maybe it was just the way that it was either written or laid out at the beginning. I don't think it was the acting because the same actress was pretty much in the whole movie or whatever. And like I don't feel like their acting style changed at all. So maybe it's just the writing or whatever. Maybe the writers could have did a better job. But they got me hooked and like captivated without me even knowing. And I was just like, good job on that. They did good. So yeah, it was just and this movie was very inspirational. This movie pretty much set out to do exactly what it meant to do. It was inspirational. It was motivating. It was uplifting. Um, it's one of those movies like it puts you in the mindset of never giving up, and no matter what your situation is, whatever, no matter how bad you get being down, or no matter what the cards are that life deals out to you, you don't have to like give up, and you don't have to just be like, well, now this is life, and I'm just gonna deal with it. No, you can always change. You can always do things to change your situation. You don't have to, as a black man, you have to be like the white man keeping us down and blah blah whatever. Nah, what are you doing about your situation? And that's kind of what this movie is kind of piggybacking on. Like, what are you doing about your situation? Are you giving up? What are you doing to change your lifestyle? Are you just it was just a really good movie. It was very inspirational. It talks about perspective and like how are you really looking at your situation. Like, are you just being negative and being I don't want to say a coward, but are you just being like weak minded about it, or are you willing to look at it from the standpoint of forget all the rules, forget all the obstacles, like let's get all the obstacles out the way, and let's get what I need to be done in order for me to be happy and for me to pursue my purpose or my dream or whatever it is that I'm trying to pursue. And this movie set out and did exactly that, and it was executed very well. And kudos to this movie. I enjoyed this movie better than I enjoyed Hobbs and Shaw. Like, this movie was really good. And like I said before, it's probably the best. I haven't seen The Kitchen yet, so disclaimer on that. But it was better than Lion King. It was better than Hobbs and Shaw. It was better than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It was better than all of them movies. I'm not just saying that because it was a black movie. I'm not just saying that because most of there were a lot of scenes that were shot right here in Memphis, Tennessee, which is where I'm from. So shout out to Memphis. If you all are from Memphis or whatever, see this movie because you never know who you may see. There are some familiar faces in this movie. I know one of them in particular. I might have an interview with him coming soon. But there are some landmarks that you may be familiar with. And yeah, so I mean, I'm not just saying that just because I'm a biased African American Memphian or whatever like that. Like, it was genuinely a good movie. Bottom line, I'm taking too long again. The bottom line, so this movie, once again, like it wasn't like an entertainment type of movie, and once again, it wasn't meant to be. It was meant to be a motivational, inspirational, uplifting type of movie or whatever. But because of that, there's no reason to actually like rush and see it in the movie theaters or whatever. But it is a movie that's worth seeing. It's a family movie. I would take my kids to see it. There are a couple of F-bombs that were dropped or whatever, and like a couple of little profanities or whatever. But like the message behind the movie is so powerful and so inspirational or whatever. So I would still take my family to see this movie or whatever. Whether you see it in the theaters or on DVD or on Netflix or HBO, whatever you want us to do, see this movie. It was good. It's not. I wouldn't like rush to see it in the movie. Now, if you just want to go to the movies to see a movie, if you just want to go to the theaters to see a movie, I will say see this movie because, like I said before, with the exception of The Kitchen, which I haven't seen yet, it is currently, in my opinion, the best movie that's in the movie theaters right now. So if you just want to take a trip to the movies, this is the movie that you should see. But if you just want to see this movie because you're expecting it to be so awesome and great and powerful and blah, blah, whatever, like, I mean, it was a really good movie, but, I mean, as long as you see it, you don't have to see it in movie theaters. You just see it on DVD or Netflix or something like that. But yeah, it's definitely worth watching. I was pleased. I was happy. I was proud to be a Memphian. I was proud to. I left the movie theaters feeling uplifted, just like you know how you left the movies after you saw 300 or whatever. You was just like, oh, I want somebody to fight me, so I just like kick somebody off the cliff and say, you know, this is Sparta or whatever. Like, you get that same kind of feeling, but not necessarily with the action or whatever. You just leave the movie feeling uplifted and motivated and willing to keep pushing. Like, even with me doing my movie reviews, it motivates me to keep, you know, doing my movie reviews and like, no matter what, just keep doing what I'm doing or whatever. So I felt uplifted. The movie did what it was supposed to do. I'm proud of it. This is your boy coming to you one more time with another movie review. Like and subscribe. realthoughts.net. Hit my page up or whatever. Refresh every Tuesday. Got another movie clip of the week. I got another DVD pick of the week or whatever. And of course, this movie review is most likely you're probably watching it right now either on YouTube or on my blog or whatever. So realthoughts.net. Holla at your boy. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe and like and subscribe. Share the video too if you want to. But yeah, I'm here to help, and I will holler at you guys later. Hopefully I'll see The Kitchen very soon. All right.